Welcome back, everybody, to episode number 25 of our world building thing that we've been doing for 25 episodes. It's exciting. I'll tell you this much. It's very, very exciting because 25 is, first of all, a quarter to 100. This has been less than a month, I think, that we've been doing this. It's been absolutely crazy. And to make it even more crazy, what we are looking at is not even a bit of what we've done. We've done even more, which is even more insane. But let me not get too distracted by this. We are going to do a world tour today. It's going to be awesome. We're going to see what we've done, what we are doing, what we are going to be doing in the future. And of course, for you guys, this is a pretty good episode to be able to say what you want to see in the world and where we want to go in the next 25 episodes. So while we're doing this, if you guys want to download the world, may as well click that download link in the description. Of course, you guys can get your hands on this world. It is now in 1.13.1, so you can go ahead and get that and jump on in this world and explore it for yourself. Look at that. This is a great episode. Dolphins jumping, villages villaging, and all of us just having a great time. So coming into the very first village, this is the start. This is Spiritwood. So welcome everybody to Spiritwood. Good to have you guys here. Very hospitable place. Very good place. Good to its travelers, such as what we are today. Going through here, and in fact, we're going to go F1, and we're going to kind of look at it a little bit more like this, because then we don't have to see the hotbar. So welcome. This is a build in progress. It's the very first place that we've come to. I can't actually do that. It feels too crazy without seeing my hotbar. I'm sorry. I can't point to things like Villager 1, Villager 2, and dancing Iron Golem right over there. But coming into this, you can see from out in the ocean, it had this beautiful shape to it with all these towers coming up with the beautiful little spires on the top. Really makes this village look like what it should be looking like. Now, over the past 24 episodes, what we have done is we've messed around a little bit with textures. A lot of people have noticed that these textures have changed back. I kind of felt like the textures we put in there weren't necessarily the textures I was looking for, so it was a cool idea. If you guys haven't seen it, maybe look back to the beginning of the series. You'll catch up. There were some very cool ideas, but I didn't think they really suited myself or the build that we do. So that's why we didn't do it. So as I say, this is a build in progress. There are some things that are not done, and you can kind of think of this as one of those things that we've all seen, at least even in our suggested box on YouTube, saying transforming a village in Minecraft or transforming an ocean monument. Everyone's seen them. This is us doing it in survival, kind of, a little bit, pretty much, actually. Yeah, nah, pretty accurate, to be completely honest. And I'll leave those there. Someone else can have them. So what we've done is we've gone ahead, taken buildings, messed around with them, got something different, got something good looking, and we just upgrading a village as we go. So what I want to do, because it's really the front that is not yet, that is getting close to completion. And of course, for you guys who have not been able to keep up with everything, or maybe you're fresh, you're new, welcome to the series. Good to catch you guys here. And of course, this is going to be a good little refresher for us. And at least I like this episode, which I've done in my previous worlds, just because I get to even just put myself a step back and have a look at what I'm doing and think about what I'm doing. So it's actually very, very cool for me. So going around, we've gone on this side here where we've got everything built into the mountain. Let me just put this out here before I actually go any further. Everything is built into a hill. This whole point of this was that it's in a hill. It was a village conveniently situated on a little hill, and that's what we are doing. So everything that we've built so far, this library, for instance, has the ability to go in underground. So as soon as you open this little door over here, it's a neat little play with the mind. And I just realized I got to replace that thing. But as you go in here, you see this small thing here, a little library. You go through the door, and it opens up to this very big place, which as I say, plays with your mind. You don't expect it to be this large. You don't actually take into consideration the proportions of this thing from the outside versus the inside. It looks like it's a very, very small thing from the outside, but as soon as you go in, it's actually massive. It's very, very large, and I love that. That's what this hill has allowed us to do. In fact, as a start of a series, this hill has really changed the game. It's been a major game changer because what we've been able to do is do minor terraforming without a lot of resources and also some fairly easy building, considering we can do that with the ability to go inside. We don't have to use as many resources on the outside to begin with. So that's pretty neat. Now, we'll go past the well for a few seconds because we will be returning to that well. And we'll come to the place where a villager would come into town. It's the very first place which we are going to be doing interiors in. They still have not been done, but they will be done. And this is the Spiritwood Tavern, which of course is the tavern in Spiritwood. And Currently it is, actually, no, wait. You know what? I have just realized this had a name, and I removed the name because it was T and K, and it was the something Knoll. How have I forgotten the name? You know what? I'm gonna have to go check that up. But you guys can remind me in the comment section. I can't believe I've actually forgotten it. Come on, Jansey. What are you doing? I can't believe it. That's nuts. I'm actually... Oh, Traveler's Knoll. Traveler's Knoll. Dang it. I had my note blocks reminding me, and it just slipped my mind. Like that. Flew away. But that's right. That's what this episode is good for. We get to remember these things. So, good job. I'll high-five myself later. Now, as we're going around, we've done some little things around here. We'll go into our first house over here, which is really the command station. We've got our wood storage, all the other sorts of stuff storage. I have managed to... Oh, ignore that chest. Managed to get ourselves one of these ready for the future, I'll tell you that much. And of course our bedroom upstairs, just a neat little way of hiding all of our stuff from the world, while having our survival part of it included with our builders part of it, you know. Gotta connect the two together. Now the sun's actually going down, which is actually quite a beautiful thing to look at. We will be, by the way, actually, before I go any further, this is to all you guys. What do you want to see in the next 25 episodes? Because we're going to be starting a new village. Along with doing these, we're going to be starting a new one at some stage in the 25 episodes. This is a good time to let me know. So, of course, comment section if you guys do have anything in mind. I'm going to quickly go sleep because the nighttime is not a good time in this village. It definitely isn't. This guy will tell you anything, anything like that, anything you want to hear, because I'll tell you this much. He's lost a lot of friends. And another crisis averted. No zombies were to be found at all. It's daytime. It's morning time. We've survived. So here's a little thing. Because, of course, this is a village and we're trying to keep these guys alive in survival mode, we have gone ahead and created this little watchtower, which doubles up to serve a beautiful view over here as the watchtower, of course, watching out, and, of course, having a very, very cool little look to the village. It's got the tallest point in the village right here, and I think that is really cool. From the outside, what you see is you see everything building up to this, and it's so good. I love playing with the city skylines of the place. It's very, very cool. So as we go around here, of course, all being built into this hill, we've got the stairs going around just to make life a lot smoother. As you walk around the village, you can walk around like this, and it's all very, very simple. You see? Very, very simple, very, very easy. If I want to go down here, I can just slip around here to the mine without having to jump up stuff or anything like that, which is a very cool thing, and I hope to do a lot more of this sort of stuff. Close-knit building, going through places, looking at stuff, color, just everything I've ever wanted in a build and more, and that's what this place has been. So what we were doing before we had to sleep is I was standing on top of this house, which is... The house is currently holding our map, but we'll get to that soon. In the next few episodes, we're going to be transforming this house. So it's literally going to be like those transforming a village thing. We're going to transform this house in survival, of course. And if you guys who, by the way, there are plenty asking about these roofs that we've been doing. If you guys want to find out about those, that will be in the next few episodes. We're going to be touching on these, getting these roofs in here, and it's going to be really, really good. So for you guys who have been wondering, how do I do those? There's no right way of doing them, but I can definitely point you in the right direction. So we'll be getting onto those very, very soon. The next thing is, of course, the way this town has been divided is we've got the more city-related or town-related stuff there, going into the agricultural stuff here with the stables, the missing horse, which I thought I just saw recently, but you've got a horse on the loose, it looks like. The stables that we've done, and all that stuff. It's a really cool thing. Now, the back is not done, so... That'll be a future task. Today, it's not a big deal. Today, the big deal is... What is this guy doing? Today, the big deal is going out from here and adventuring over across the shore. But I've almost forgot. This is another neat thing. So I like to also hide stuff. And of course... I mean, hey, it gives you an excuse to build. Gives you an excuse to make your farms look pretty. So we've done a little bit of redstone stuff here. I like to dabble in redstone occasionally just for the fun of it. It is pretty cool. Just some little things here so we make ourselves an easy elevator up and down, just for the sake of doing an elevator up and down. I don't know. Switches out the blocks, shoots you up, and then, of course, changes over and you can fall down even faster. A little quality of life thing. We've got a few farms here. We've got, well, one farm, but we will have a few farms. We've got the cactus, which is working all right. Does the trick for me. Not super effective. Don't need it to be. Really don't. And, of course, then we've got the easy way up. Bam. I could even put that on a pressure plate, I guess. Not really too important, but that's all right. So going down to the docks, we've got our fish in the barrels. We've got our brand new boat for this episode, which is awesome. And I also have got my first ever terraforming project in this world, which is down over here. The underwater stuff, which is actually looking so good. I've just played around with it. And these little coral pieces make underwater so magical. 1.13 really has. It's been all that I had hoped and more with an update. Ed and Eddie are all around here. Oh, we can't see Ed. Not that Ed. That Ed. There we go. All around here, having a good time in their net that they've been caught in. But either way, you know what? It's just been a great little way of starting a world, starting a village, and having a good time without a lot of resources. And in fact, this whole series that we've done so far has been so refreshingly different for at least myself. I mean, this is of course an individual perspective. Of course, you guys may have different thoughts on that, but I feel like doing everything slightly different the way that we have. I've tried making episodes slightly more interesting in different sorts of ways, and I've been having an absolute blast in the past 24 episodes, which, as I say, it's been less than a month, I think, which is nuts. So now as we go through here, we'll be going around the map to the next village, which is, in fact, I don't think we can see that. Nah, Spiritwood's too far. We can't even see Spiritwood right now. I was going to say we can maybe appreciate the beautiful skyline. But what we are doing is we're going to go across the map to our main island, which is where we're going to be building this next village that I plan on building. And I'm not sure what it is. So, of course, you guys can let me know what you would love to see there. But this big landmass is where a lot of stuff's going to be happening. The main sort of stuff's going to be happening. And look at that. As we come around, it's starting to come together. The pirate area, the colonial town that once was, that is now absolutely destroyed. And in fact, I was planning on naming this episode, but I forgot to write the name down. So don't worry, we'll be getting on it very soon. But coming around here, look at that. We've got everything looking so good. The old buildings, the buildings that were there for the people who settled here, and then the takeover is starting to happen with the pirates crashing some boats in the side, and the trees coming around here. Not because pirates grow trees, but because the trees kind of just suit the area. And it's looking good. As I say, from a distance, you step out and you're having a look from a distance, the skylines, they're looking good. They're looking real good. And I'm loving that little tree there with the I like to think of it as like a messy hairstyle. Like these guys have all got like the mop hairstyle, but this guy's a little bit messier. So coming in here, we can have a nice look closer to these things. We've got the boat that's crashed, the ship that's crashed in this way. Now, people ask me, Jansey, how did the ship crash that way? It doesn't make sense. Surely it would have gone straight in. But you see, the currents push the ship very fast. New 1.13 features. It's a bit complicated to explain, but just believe me, all right? Just trust me. Trust me on this one. So we've gone ahead, we've got the crashed ship, which it added on so much more to the ship. Instead of a just normal thing with the mast, we've now got one that's crashed with the mast, and it's a very different build, but I think it adds more than just what a normal ship would have to this build. Of course, we will be adding more in the future, and this is also a very unfinished project, by the way. We plan on going out further that way, building more stuff here, but this is where we're at right now. The pirates have taken over. We've got ourselves our little main base in these two warehouses, which were, of course, not pirate built, but pirate claimed. And we've got, obviously, all of our stuff in the chests. A little bit messy, but it works all right. And this is our command center for this area. That's what we do, and we operating hidden in these gaps through these little doors. Working very well. So I plan on doing some other stuff. Cannons over here. I've got a beautiful cannon idea, which we're going to be coming into very soon. I'll tell you that much. I'm looking forward to it. We've got the tent over here, which the more I look at it, the more I'm loving it. And it seems like you guys have really been loving this area, which is absolutely awesome. And of course, the crow's nest over here for us to have a look at, which eventually is going to be a very important part of this town, where we'll be able to look out, see some ships in the distance here, some maybe a little battle going on. We'll even see how we go with that, see what we feel like. It's really just the way that it plays out. And you can go up a bit further, we'll see this over here being terraformed eventually, and of course, just this whole town looking really good. And of course, that is all up to you guys as to what we're gonna be doing. I'm kind of just doing whatever I feel, and then I ask you guys for ideas, and you guys are like, do this. I'm like, fantastic! It's beautiful. We get to have both of our minds, being mine and the many of you guys, coming together, making a really cool place. And I've just realized this is actually a little bit of mess that I've got to clean up and I've forgotten about, which we have done. So yeah, that's pretty much the areas that we've gone to so far. Not a lot, not a very big area, but quite a lot actually. Quite a lot of stuff has been done, but not a very large area. Now, there is something which I have been suggested so many times. It has been absolutely insane, and that is Jansey, because of course you guys are going to see we're going over to spawn. It is Jansey. Can you please build in the iceberg biome? And you know what? I was kind of thinking about it, and yes, I certainly can. We certainly will. We're going to try and go crazy with that. I want to see what we can do, what we can come up with in the iceberg biome. I'm looking very forward to that. So now as we go around here, we'll go over to spawn, and this is spawn right here. I'm going to go ahead and leave the maps here for you guys when we do give the world download out, which is right now. You guys can go ahead, spawn in, take the map, look around, see what you guys want to do. If you guys want to build in this world, feel free. I'd love to see what you guys come up with. But of course, the new town will be somewhere along the coast over here. Now, as we go into here, I'm going to have to survive this evening, which the sun is going down. So I'll go grab a bed. I'll set us up at spawn, and I'll be right back. Of course, coming into our spawn island here, you'll see all of the icebergs and stuff around here, which is, of course, where I would plan on doing that in the future. I don't know if that's going to be our next town. Of course, you guys can decide on that one. But I think that would be pretty cool. It would be kind of interesting, because there's something about icebergs which does not lend itself towards building, which something being many things. But you know what? I said that about snow. I said the snow would not look good, and I managed to build in the snow in our last series, and I was very happy with the way I built in the snow. So hey, who knows? Maybe this could be the big surprise. We'll go ahead and see when we eventually build something in there. I don't know if it'll be a town, what it'll be, but it'll be good. It'll be fun. I'm sure we'll come up with something kind of exciting and different. So here we are. We're on our way to spawn, which is nothing spectacular just yet, but it is something kind of neat. And right around here, ooh, what have we got in here? Nothing exciting, of course. What was I expecting? And I want to just go ahead and place down our current map selection that we have. We can try and work out what goes where while we're doing this. And of course, this is where you guys are going to be coming if you guys have just downloaded the world. It's the place to be. Now, I'm just going to go ahead and try and find some stuff that is sort of familiar. Is that right? No, I would say that goes probably up there. It's very difficult. I didn't realize we've done this many maps so far. it's a neat little puzzle. In fact, I'll encourage you guys, if you guys have not yet. Can I not pick that block? No, apparently I can't. Apparently can't pick block item frames. But yeah, if you guys have not yet familiarized yourself with this might be a fun little thing to do. Just going ahead and mapping out the area. But yeah, what I was saying is this island that we are going to be putting together is oh, there we go. That is definitely what's happening there. And in fact, I'm going to say this one goes there, and that one goes there. Oh, but yeah, this island that we have got here is where we're going to be building the main parts of this world in. It's going to be all built around the same idea that what we are doing is having a city with this big pot of people just everywhere. Everyone is kind of not going too well. Everyone's just having a bit of a war with each other. I think that'll be really cool. It adds a lot more story. It adds a lot more to the world when you have stuff like that. So that's what I can only hope to do. Look at that come together very well. This one is, oh, I know what this one is. This one goes right over there. There's that pirate cove, which has got the beautiful little marker on it. Neat little thing there. And of course, now we're going to have to go out the other direction because I've done this incorrectly. And sun's going good. Sun's going really good. So because, of course, I'm going to be thinking a little bit, I'm just going to go ahead, step away. It actually took a lot longer than I expected because I had to go move things around and things over to places just to get it all to fit in. We ate, in fact, a day pass. That's how long it took. So here we go. Now we can finally go ahead and explain what's going on. So we started our adventure right around here today where we looked at Spiritwood, which is neatly marked off over there. The boat, the docks, everything going on there. I think we even have to update it over there for the stables, but we'll do that eventually. We'll go and update a lot of stuff. We traveled out through here all the way around the main island, which is this over here. to the Pirate Cove, which is currently a Pirate Cove. It's actually going to be a named bay, and I do need to put the name in here. So we'll be doing that in the next few episodes. Do not worry, it will have a name. And then we go around, and we went around here, and there is actually an island if the maps continue down this way, which is where we are standing right now, which is the Spawn Island, which holds our portal to the Nether. Now, in the next few episodes, of course, the next 25 episodes, we've got some big things ahead of us. And they are, of course, to be decided. Some of them I've got planned out. But we're going to be doing some great adventures and having a real great time. Just like what we've been having in this world so far, up until now. But today, guys, that will be the episode. So I hope you guys have enjoyed it. I hope you guys do enjoy the world download. I know a lot of you guys really hold out for that, and here we've got it. So go ahead, enjoy, build some crazy stuff, of course, and hopefully the next 25 episodes will be even crazier than these 25 episodes have been so far. So thank you very, very much for joining me here today, guys, and I will see you very, very soon. Goodbye.